Hello and welcome, and today I'm doing something slightly different with my top 5 Space Marine chapters, because what is the use of the internet if I can't push my misinformed opinion onto it? Number 5, the Deathwatch, attached to the Inquisition of the Order of Xenos. Not exactly a chapter, but because Robert Gilliman filled it with Primaris, I am counting it as a chapter, and plus it has its own codex supplement too, so there you go. First, the cool black armor and a single silver arm looks really good. Then there is the way they were created. Unlike other chapters, the Deathwatch was created out of necessity. When the Orc War Boss, the Beast, what a stupid name. Sorry, my mind blanked there. Invaded Terra. Yes, an Orc has got further than Abaddon, just so you know. And that the chapter master of the Imperial Fists, and I believe at the time the only Imperial Fist, Corland, also known as I Am Slaughter, had to find a way of defeating this guy. So he spotted a weakness that only small kill teams could exploit. This was weird, boys, that they had to execute. They were kind of making the WAP sort of one thing. He created Deathwatch so he couldn't be accused of reforming the legions, even though at the last war protocol had been invoked, pretty much recreating the Imperial Fist Legion, because Rogel Dawn is dirty like that. He uses members of every chapter, except one. It is part of their tie to the Imperium. I don't know which chapter doesn't do it. I'm not counting Grey Knights because of their other orders. They are attached to someone else. But there is a chapter that does not work with the Deathwatch. The Deathwatch has the best armor using Mark 8. It is a good looking armor. I like it. And that is what they use for their Firstborn, and of course the Mark 10 for the Primaris. The bolters have special ammunition for killing Xenos, as is their main goal. They are a Xeno killing force. Anyway, number 4, the Grey Knights. Another chapter attached to Inquisition, this time Order Malleus. The Demon Hunters. The Grey Knights are all psychic and are based on Titan. They are the only one, I believe, in the Sol system, even though technically Terra is the Imperial Fist homeworld. Anyway, created kind of during the Horus Heresy, though officially it is part of the Second Founding. They have no lineage, unlike the other chapters of the Second Founding or any other founding. Their gene seed actually comes from the Emperor himself. They're kind of a watered-down custodes, but with psychic powers. Their armor is silver, and it is a unique pattern too. It is the Aegis armor. It gives them a nice distinctive look. It is one of my favourite looks for Space Marines, and as much as I can, I try to use their heads in all my Space Marines, because it looks so good. Finally, they carry force weapons, which are psychic melee weapons, and this is used for banishing demons, which they are good at, and they have other weapons as well for this, such as the Inferno Cannon, I believe it's called, and this Gatling, which goes and kills demons, and it is fun. I also have the Dread Knight, which happens to be one of my favourite vehicles. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like that baby carrier. It's great. Number 3, the Ultramarines. Yeah, I give them stick. I create memes about the Smurfs. They are a good chapter nonetheless, and their place here is only due to a single book. I'm not joking. It is literally one book that has given me any form of respect, and this respect is high, and that is the graphic novel McCragg's Honour by Dan Abnett. Dan Abnett, of course, is a writing god. Write any sci-fi franchise, I can guarantee you can find Dan Abnett attached to it somehow or another. I am not joking. Google it. And it is in the intelligence and selflessness of a single Terminator that done this. It shows what a Space Marine should be. By igniting his teleport beacon, he allowed the McCragg's Honour to find a cloaked wordbearer ship in the middle of a warp. So basically, they were playing away, and the wordbearers had home team advantage. And it led to this destruction. Though Carl Farron did escape, it was the fact that this one Terminator ignited his beacon. It was that they just basically was firing position, copying the Imperial God on that one, I bet. Yes, they are the poster boys, and there are many memes about them, and yes, I make many myself. But they are a pretty cool chapter. It was this or the Crimson Fist, but the Crimson Fist blew themselves up. Well done, Sons of Dawn. Aren't you fantastic? You only have one good one. One good successor chapter the Imperial Fists have. And I'm not telling you which one it is. Number 2, the Blood Angels. The Sons of Sanguinius, Lord Dante, the Red First, the Black Rage, the Martes, Mephiston, and the list goes on. this was a close call to number 1. The Blood Angels take second place with their flaws. Well, not their flaws making them second place, but their second place is because of their flaws as well. Anyway, I'm confusing myself, which for the most part are well written, actually handicap these Astartes. Yes, we rarely see a flaw so prominently handicap the Astartes, including the Vorfan of the Space Wolves, rarely seems to handicap him, unfortunately, and should need to be written better. And seeing them go from peaceful, for at least Space Marines, to mindless Berserkers, which is pretty much normal for Space Marines anyway. They have unique units from the Death Company who are Blood Angels that fall into the Black Range and have lost all sense of self. And they believe they are fighting on terror. I want to clear this bit up. This is not what people think. It's not they don't see Horus everywhere. They are back on terror, fighting heretics, and everyone they see is a traitor to the Emperor. They see themselves as sanguinious, making their way up to Horus's ship. So they see everyone as a traitor, and they're absolutely livid. To the Sanguinary Guard, who look like literal angels, clad in gold and have nice big wings. Finally, Lord Dante himself, 1500 years old, he is the oldest Space Marine. And he made the Tyranids consider losses. And a force like the Tyranids, which is meant to be an endless horde, Dante made them actually consider losses. Blood Angels are sublimely cool, and also the chapter I have most novels about. Yes, I do. I have the 2 graphic novels, as well as plenty of the Guy Haley ones, and well worth reading if you're into any of that. I would definitely suggest reading the Guy Haley ones. Dante and the Devastation of Bel are fantastic and well worth reading. Also, Le Martes by David Annandale as well. It was a damn good book. Number 1, who else could it be? The reason I love Space Marines in general, the ones that I've fought hardest in the Imperium, the ones with the darkest secrets, the Sons of Caliban, the Dark Angels, the first of the first. Dark green armour, though it was originally black, and there are many reasons for this, many different lore reasons. I'm not bringing them up now, but they are pretty cool and worth reading. Spend their time trying to hide the shame that half a legion turned on the Emperor. Okay, I know a lot of people say White Scars did it too, but there is a reason why the Dark Angels took this so to heart. It's because they are the first of the first. That's why they took it to heart, and they were so much praised by the Emperor. The Emperor who gave them the best weapons, including a gun that destroyed the soul and erased the enemy altogether. And it also brings me in questions whether or not Horus was actually erased from the warp, because in this one, this weapon literally made people forget of the person they just shot. Literally forgot, even if they had an eidetic memory, they forgot that they just literally that person existed. Simple as. With Azrael now of the Grand Master, they have been more active than ever, with the first and second companies being unique in that they are found in all successive chapters. Of course, the first and second companies found in all successive chapters, but these have the same name, and they have also entirely of single use, and that is Hunting the Fallen. And these are the Deathwing, being bone white, and of course the lore behind that is really cool too. And the Firstborn are being entirely in Terminator plate. Of course, Primaris still exists, so. And the second company being in their original black colouring and are mounted in fast attack vehicles like bikes and land speeders. The Dark Angels are one of the most and unique and flawed of the Space Marines. They have some of the best written lore about them. And why wouldn't I put them number 1? They are my favourite chapter. Even if I had to do any list, it would always put Dark Angels number 1, as they are my favourite. I am completely biased in this list. It is my list. That's why. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and listening to this video. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoy your hobby. And like, comment, and subscribe as always. Have a great one.